Hey guys, hope you're having an awesome day today. We got a lot of trade opportunities lined up right now. So I'm pretty stoked about that. The DXY is starting to drop. It's starting to cool down a bit, which is bullish for cryptocurrency as a whole. So I'm pretty stoked. I got a few trade opportunities I want to share with you guys, and there'll be a lot more as well, opportunities I'll share in the community. But yeah, let's dive into the charts right after I share the community profits. So I'm just going to show that really quick here. We got Ari, one of our coaches, 15% gain, 25x leverage. Chris LC trading XRP, 93% gain, 25x leverage. And his first take profit off MATIC, 133% gain, 50x leverage. First take profit on Ethereum, 117% gain, 50x leverage. And lastly, 50x leverage on a Bitcoin long, 103% gain. Awesome job, man. Let's dive into the charts. I'll show you what I'm preparing for. There's a lot of bullish activity going on right now, so I'm just going to show you what I'm preparing for. All right, cool. See you in the inside, guys. Okay, so let's go over to the DXY. So we got the DXY starting to cool down a bit. We have this little bit of downtrend level resistance right here. I'm going to draw this out. Right. We also just broke the neckline of potential double top formation. It may come up to retest it. It may not, but the technical target is around 111.22. So it's looking good. We got below that support level, and it may come up and act as resistance. So just prepare for that when your charts don't exit any. This is not financial advice, of course, but I wouldn't exit any long positions just because we came up and retested this. But if we came back above it, then maybe I will think about seeing what the price action looks like with the asset that I'm trading, and may get out of the trade if we see price action get above here and then see this act as support again. But if we come up for any reason, just to retest this support level to flip as resistance, then I'm not going to freak out. So yeah, and with the technical target being down here at a 111.25, 111.21 roughly, which comes in confluence with these support levels over here. So that's good, and we may actually see momentum bring us down to 110. So we'll see how this plays out. We might see continuation formations that bring us back down to 110. So that's the next level we'll be looking at. And then in the future, if this acts as resistance, then we have a larger double top to look at. But yeah, we got a long way to go before we can actually decide whether or not that's actually going to be the play that we look at. But that's what's pricing out right now. That's what it's starting to look like. So if we end up seeing 110 act as resistance in the future, then we know that we're going to have a very large drop for the DXY. All right, so going back to Bitcoin. So what we're looking at for a while on this channel, if you guys follow me, we know that we have this downtrend level resistance on the daily chart that we're keeping an eye out on, where this white line is right here. Right here. So we get a daily candle close above this. It's going to be extremely bullish. Just tracking momentum here. Yeah, extremely bullish because we have this, a micro double bottom right here. And we basically already hit its technical target. But it might, if we get back above this white line here, and we have the full body close above it, then we may see this larger double bottom play out. And the technical target would bring us to the neckline of this even bigger double bottom formation. So we just got double bottoms, play on double bottoms, play on double bottoms. It's pretty crazy. And then the larger macro double bottom that we're looking at is this one right here. So if price action ends up leading all the way up to 24,500 and this acts as support, we may continue to go up, but we have this downtrend level resistance right here that will most likely stop us from going further. This is like the best case scenario for this pump. It's reaching around 27,000. Best case scenario. Let's see, because I don't see us breaking this downtrend level resistance anytime soon with the state of the economy is in right now. This is like a bull market territory right here, this green trend line right here. All right, so we go over back to lower time frames. Let's go to the hourly. So yeah, right now we're retesting this resistance, and hopefully we don't double top. But if we go over to the 15-minute, yeah, basically we're watching this resistance play out. If we end up coming up and see it act as support, then awesome. However, if it doesn't, we end up creating a head and shoulders or potential double top formation, depending on how it prices out, and then bring us right back down inside the formation. So cross my fingers that doesn't play out that way, but just prepare for the worst, that we may actually end up seeing resistance here, and this most likely will play out that way if we retest in the DXY that level we're talking about, and we get back above that neckline rather than using it as resistance, we use it as support, then we'll most likely just see price action come right back down to this momentum line right here, this support level. All right, so that's Bitcoin. But there's a lot of other little smaller market cap assets that I'm looking at for trade opportunities. So I'm just going to go over to my primary chart. We're looking at waves for an insanely huge potential gain right now. So we have an inverse Adam and Eve right here. We already got that technical target for the inverse Adam and Eve, and now we're coming back down and using this neckline as support inside this descending triangle right here. If this breaks to the upside, it might give us enough momentum to see waves have this downtrend level resistance act as support. If we go to the daily chart, this is what I'm mostly excited about, is the price action on the daily chart. So we would put our stop loss below the most recent swing low, roughly around here at 309, and we have the technical target of basically $6.44 for a 79% gain. But we got these three levels right here to look at for resistance, their point of control, and levels of resistance and support in the past. Like you can see over here that this acted as support, 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 and it's at the beginning of this point of control right here. So this is going to act like a brick wall. So this is where our first take profits would be. And if we end up longing when we get the breakout, it'd be about a 17% gain. The next area is at $5.15 for a resistance that I'm looking at. And if we end up closing the full position there, depending on what price action tells us, it's about a 44% gain. And then the macro target is around 80% gain. Now this could take weeks for us to hit the macro target. So just prepare for that mentally. If you're someone who's likes to use a lot of leverage, I wouldn't recommend using leverage period with this trade, because you're risking to lose 14% to gain 80%. And a 14% loss is already big enough as it is. So I'm only going to use like 1% of my trading portfolio, and I'm not going to use any leverage. So I don't want to multiply that loss, because that's the first thing you look at when you're using leverage, is how much will this multiply my loss if we end up hitting my stop loss. So if we use 2x leverage, for example, we're going to be losing like 26% off this trade if we end up losing it. So it's not worth it to use leverage on this kind of trade. So personally, I'm waiting for a daily candle to close outside of this downtrend level resistance, but I do like to break down what's happening in the lower time frames, like the hourly chart, to see if we're more likely to break to the upside or not. And right now we're retesting that support level. If we end up breaking that support level, it might come down and create a double bottom, and then that double bottom might give us the momentum that we need to actually hit these kind of targets. The technical target for the double bottom isn't going to reach us there, but we'll have continuation formations along the way up that will help us get to that macro target. So that's waves. So that's a pretty great opportunity that I'm looking at right now. Energy Web Token, we hit the top of the range right here, so there's no opportunity right now for us to use Energy Web Token. If anyone knows, in the comments down below, a location to short Energy Web Token, please comment it down below, because I've been looking everywhere. I've only been able to spot trade Energy Web Token and long it on KuCoin, but I haven't found a good exchange or a safe exchange to find for Energy Web Token in terms of shorting. So if anyone knows, please comment down below, because I would love to be able to have short signals as well for the community for Energy Web Token. But right now, because on the lower time frames for Energy Web Token, we can see that we created a head and shoulders formation, and we're getting close to validating the break to the downside, and the technical target is way down here at $4.14, but it could go down to the bottom of the range, and we only been able to capture the longs but not the shorts for the top of the range. But let's see. Oh yeah, MATIC is another really great opportunity coming up. So if we look at the daily chart for MATIC, Just wait for this to populate. There we go. Okay, so the daily chart for MATIC, based on where I would normally put my stop loss, based on the price action, would be risking a 5.36% loss for a 20% gain for MATIC. And we got resistance levels at 84.9 cents. And we got resistance levels at 0.992. Sorry, 0.92, like 92 cents. And lastly, roughly about 99 cents here for the technical target up here for 20% gain for a 5% loss. It's a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio roughly. If we get a daily candle close, like some breakout traders will enter off of just the daily candle close. If we break down the price action a little bit on the 15-minute chart, we can see that we're above the line here, right? Above the resistance. And now we're creating a pennant-like formation. I've been adjusting it as we've been waiting for the price to develop. But this formation will probably be the confirmation formation for the actual technical breakout. But I would rather wait for the daily candle to close above here and then wait for the formation to break to the upside and then enter the trade using the formation as the confirmation for the breakout. But yeah, that's MATIC. It's another amazing opportunity. We could use the the hourly time frames average true range right here where this green line is. You can use the average true range for a location for your stop loss as well, but you'll be increasing your chances of being stopped out at the current price that it's at. I would wait for price action to continue to go up before moving your stop loss that high, and that will just help with your risk to reward ratio. And if you take profits along the way, you can mathematically equate where your stop loss is to see if you would break even or not. So if you, for example, if you like put in $100 and there's like a 4% gain, and you close at a 4% gain, then you move your stop loss to a 4% loss, and then if you came back down to hit your stop loss, then you'd break even mathematically. It's a good, healthy practice to do with your stop losses. When you ever take profits, look for a location that's good for your stop loss for a readjustment. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything I got for you. We went through MATIC, we went through waves, we went through Bitcoin, went through the DXY. Let's go over to here for a moment. See if there's anything I missed out on. We got the S&P 500 retesting this downtrend level resistance right here. So that's good. Hopefully it breaks because Bitcoin chases, it correlates really strongly with the S&P 500. There's a lot of tech stocks involved. It's just good to track the S&P 500 for the economy as a whole. And with the US dollar looking bearish right now, things are looking good. So we just got to wait for that daily candle close above this trend line here, and we'll be good for Bitcoin. Same with MATIC and waves. Lots of opportunity, guys. If you need help with any of this stuff, you can reach out to me in the Discord, and I'll do my best to help you out. And have yourself an amazing day. Thanks, guys.